Welcome to Fairfax Files. Today we're covering a case that is ongoing. This is very different because in the past videos we have covered actual crimes. This case, we are still uncertain whether it is a crime. But the reason why I want to cover it is because it's close to home and it has just happened recently. Home for me is the Dominican Republic. On March 6, Sudiksha went missing. She's a 20-year-old Pittsburgh student from the United States. Now, I'm going to share with you everything that's known, and then as this case evolves, I will also let you know and give you updates. So she's 20 years old, and she came here to the Dominican Republic to Punta Cana with 5 of her friends for March break. Very good medical student, beautiful young lady. So the 6 girls, they board the flight. They're happy. They're excited. And they are taking a trip together. They range from the ages of 20 to 22. They get onto the resort. The resort that they're on is just a way for them to relax their minds, forget about their studies for the time that they're there, and enjoy life as young women should. They met up with 2 other guys the night that she went missing. There was the 8 of them. Here they were on the resort hotel, the hotel bar. The hotel has a club, and they were at the hotel club. Now, she was last seen at 4:15 a.m. entering the beach. The beach itself does not have cameras. So they all go onto the beach together. At 5:55 a.m., the girls decides to leave and go to their rooms. They left Sudiksha with Joshua Stephen Reby. Now, he's 24 years old. It is now being reported that he was a university student before, and he was also a wrestler at one point in his life. So the 2 of them are on the beach. Now, the friends left at 5:55 a.m. That's just when the sun is about to come up here in the Dominican Republic. It's still considerably dark at that time. Now, she was in the water when they left her. And as she was in the water, all of a sudden, there was a big wave that came. And this guy, Joshua, says that he was in the water with her. The big wave came. And when the wave came, he struggled to get to the surface, to get to the coast, to get to the shore. He struggled to get there. He said when he got there, he started to vomit. And then he just made his way to the lounge chair and fell asleep. Now, his story has changed a few times. His story said that he also saw her walk away. His story said that he saw a wave take her over. And because his story is changing, it's starting to seem like a crime. And that's the reason why we're doing this case today. Now, if we were to break it down with the very limited information that we have, and if he did in fact fall asleep, then we would have to assume that he was very intoxicated. He said that he was drinking and that he was pretty much intoxicated. He had a lot to drink. Now, when he left the beach, it was still the next morning, 9:55 a.m. And he said when he left the beach, he was just kind of disoriented and he just walked to his hotel room, which also makes it seem very shady. You are with a woman on the beach, a big wave comes, and you're just going to lay down on the lounger and go to sleep? That part makes me feel like maybe he is being honest. Maybe there is no foul play. A lot of people have drowned in that same water. 5 people since January has drowned on the same beach at that hotel. Very rough waters. Could you imagine 5 tourists died in a matter of just a couple of months. Right now it's March 12th. So that means that if 5 people died since January, then there's something going on with the water, and it's too rough to be swimming in for a resort, my opinion. So now, if he did see her get swallowed up by the wave, then why didn't he go and call for help? I guess because he was in the wave himself, and maybe he thought he got his way out, and he just immediately was like, I'm tired, man. I'm buzzed up. I can't do any more swimming. I'm just going to drop right here on this lounger and go to sleep. And I guess that's what he's saying he did. But where did he see her walk, right? Now, the authorities here in the Dominican Republic, through their investigation, they did see that her clothes were left on the lounger. And there is no sign of violence or foul play. So in other words, her clothes are not ripped off her, or there's no blood or anything of this nature. They were on the chair and everything looked normal and in place. The question is, when he woke up, did he think that she just left him sleeping there? Did he think that, oh my gosh, I fell asleep here on the beach and I'm a tourist and oh my gosh, like I'm so embarrassed, let me just go to my hotel room and sleep. Now, another thing is, her friends did not report her missing until 4 o'clock that evening. Now, her friends also did have her cell phone and her wallet. Her parents came immediately the very next day. Her mom, her dad, and her 2 uncles came here, and they find it all very suspicious. They feel like they want more answers, and rightly so. But you see, here in the Dominican Republic, a lot of people do drown. People come here on vacation, and they forget to be safe. Sometimes they'll go off the resort with people they don't know, and car accidents happen. Sometimes they drink too much and they ride a motorcycle without a helmet and they hurt themselves. All different things happen to tourists here in the Dominican Republic when they are not being safe. The water, when it comes to 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, is very active. The marine life is very active at that time as well. Now, we don't have a lot of sharks here in the area that I live in, but it's not impossible for any type of marine life to grab her. We're not saying it's impossible at all. Another thing, and this is the very sad thing, if her body is not found within 7 days of it disappearing, they may never find her body. The reason why is because the body, first it sinks. First, the body sinks. It fills up with liquid in the lungs and it becomes very heavy. Then the body starts to gather gases. And as it gathers gases, it floats to the top. It's not at the top for very long because then the arms and the hands, the feet, the legs, they start to disconnect due to the salt water and the heat, the acidity, and also just the chemicals in the body, the gases in the body. And then the body, the head falls off and obviously goes to the bottom. It's very heavy. It's a skull, and it goes to the bottom of the sea, the ocean. And the same thing with most of the body. The skin gets eaten by the marine life, and before you know it, the person is not found. Quite often, in hot waters like the Dominican Republic, the body is rarely found. Now, this happened on March 6th. Today, we are at March 12th. That's 6 days. I will give you guys an update and let you know if there's any updates at all with her body being found. Of course, everyone's prayer is that she will be found alive. But then everyone's logic tells them they saw her go on the beach at 4:15 they didn't see her leave the beach. Everybody is on the camera leaving the beach. She has not left that beach. So if she is not somewhere on the beach, she's somewhere in the water. And this is what we know right now. And I'll make sure that I let you guys know more. The young man is being kept here in the Dominican Republic. He's being questioned. The FBI from America has come here to also aid in the investigation. Now, he can leave at any time that he wants. They have his passport and everything, but anytime he wants to leave, he can leave. But he decided that he's going to stay while the investigation is still going on. They asked people on the beach, was he sleeping? And so obviously the stories are coming out and people are probably saying, well, yeah, because on the beach, 9:55 in the morning, there's tourists, there's people that are jogging on the beach, walking on the beach, there's employees that are on the beach. So his story just may check out. But we can never rule out foul play. And this is exactly what the parents want. They're looking for answers right now. So please pray for the family. Pray for this young lady, Sudiksha, to be found, dead or alive. Because sometimes a family just needs to at least to have the body in order to have peace and rest. Please, when you're on vacation anywhere around the world, always keep your wits about you. Always keep a sound state of mind. Keep good people around you and make sure that you don't drink more than what you need to. This young man obviously had a lot to drink. It was very early in the morning. They were drinking all night long. 24-year-old. He says he got out of that wave and he just went on the lounger and went to sleep right away. Sometimes when we're drinking, we don't have anything else in our brain except being tunnel vision and just getting home, or just getting to lay down, or just doing what we want to do. And that could have very well been the situation with him. So guys, I just want to please remind you, be safe out there and make sure that when you are out and about on vacation or anywhere for that matter, you take good care of yourself. Thank you so much for joining Fairfax Files, and I'll make sure that I keep you guys updated on this case as it evolves. Have yourself a wonderful day. Be safe out there.